that he was also expecting that we'll see some change in the monetary policy and expecting that RBI will cut the key policy rates. But what we have seen is just a cut of 25 basis points in the CRR. And he's also said that he's disappointed. Why is it that we see such a huge gap between the fiscal policy and monetary policy? Here, the government is showing a very positive intent. Why is the RBI is not coming back?
No, I think the tension between the fiscal and monetary policy is not just today. It's been happening.
It's been happening for quite some time now.
In fact, I used to tell people that it's not the fiscal deficit or the current account deficit. It's a problem between the monetary and fiscal policy. It is the confidence deficit between these two.
Even given by the SBI chairman Pradeep Chaudhary is that the inflation is cost push and not demand pull. And why is it that the RBI is not cutting the interest rates, knowing very well that this has not really brought down the figures down on inflation? Now, do you see a clear-cut what you call a debate happening? Because as far as the fiscal policy and monetary policy is concerned, as Mr. Murthy also mentioned, this is basically confidence deficit between the two. But also, what is our priority at this stage? Are we trying to counter inflation, or we are focusing more on growth?
Well, according to me, the debate stage is over as far as the Indian economy is concerned.
Overdrive. But do you really feel that the government is in a position, can really bring in these measures? Implementation remains a huge challenge. Also, when it says we can generate a lot of money from divestment, but the question is that the initial 6 months of the financial year you completely wasted. So can you really do it in the next 6 months?
Well,
the intent of the government at this stage, and also considering that the economy is undergoing severe pressure, but the whole roadmap of this fiscal consolidation plan, analysts are saying that it is not focusing much on details, how implementation will be carried out, and also when it says about subsidies and focusing more on cash transfer, how this will be done, there is no clear-cut formula.
No, see, the fiscal consolidation roadmap that the finance minister presented yesterday is definitely a wishful kind of targets, and we have been seeing it for quite some time that how serious the government is in terms of reducing the fiscal deficit. But you are right. I mean, there are not much details in the press note yesterday, but there are some measures which they have already taken up in terms of passing on oil prices. And if you see this $3 billion is criminal to my mind. It should immediately be stopped. This is the immediate step government can take. Second immediate step can be natural resources be auction. Whatever money is raised can be paid to these oil companies so that their subsidy levels goes down. So there are immediate steps that the government can take, but politics will always come first.
Right, and also cut down subsidies and bring in targeted reforms, and also focus on cash transfer, use UID, and also, as you rightly said, do something about the trade deficit, reduce imports, because you have a challenge of rupee decelerating in against dollars. So several challenges, but at this stage, the industry is very happy with the finance minister, because the finance minister has finally brought in a lot of reforms, but much needs to be done. Completely out of time. Thank you very much, Professor Kabra, Mr. Murthy, also Mr. Khaitan and Mr. Goel, for joining us in this program. And that's all we have for you in this edition of Public Forum. Thanks so much for watching. Namaskar.